Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today I wanted to do a very good budget deck this format. I believe I even placed this number 2 on my top 10 budget decks after this new ban list. This is still just a really good deck, really strong. Has a lot of just ways of going into different links. It can synchro summon. It just does some really awesome stuff. So let's get right into it without further ado. Yeah, if you guys want to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, that would be really helpful. So yeah, let's just start off right away with the rocket monsters that we're playing. Three of the best one, Rocket Tracer. It's a level 4 Dark Dragon Tuner, everything you want in it. Plus it also has a really good effect. You can just target a face-up card you control, so it could be one of like your field spells, that you've already used or aren't going to use. You destroy it, and then you can just special summon a rocket monster from your deck. Extremely good. You can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except dark monsters. That's the only problem with it. And really, the major card that affects you going into is Hieratic Seal. But otherwise, that effect is very good. Or you can just use it as a level 4 tuner. And then for the other rockets, playing just kind of one of each. A Silver Rocket, Magna Rocket, Metal Rocket, Rocket Recharger, so all the level 4s. And then the last one is Rocket Synchron. He is actually really good if you can normal summon him and, summon back maybe like a Red Eyes Darkness, or really anything. Any Dark Dragon monster that's in your graveyard, when this card is normal summoned, if it's level 5 or higher, you can special summon it in defense position. You'll negate its effects, that's the only thing. So, obviously getting Red Eyes Darkness, you won't be able to use its effect, but again, you'll just be able to get just a free monster on board to go into other stuff. And so that's kind of the rockets we're playing. A decent amount, not as much as I was playing originally. And then we're also playing 2 Absa Router. Not a rocket, but if you control a rocket monster, you can just special summon him for free from your hand. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand. So just 2 really good effects that are just super important for this deck. And then one of our better starters is Starliege Seifert. You can send any number of dragon monsters from your hand or face up on the field, and then you can just add a dragon monster from your deck to your hand, whose level equals the levels of the monsters you sent. So if you send 2 level 4s, you can add a level 8 dragon type. So very good. And you can also banish this card from your graveyard and target a level 8 light or dark monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So a lot of potential there for some just really cool plays. And then a really good extender, probably one of the best extenders in this deck. 3 Noctovision. So if a dark dragon monster is special summoned to your field, you can just special summon him from your hand. And then if he's sent to the graveyard as a link material, which is you're always going to do it that way, you can draw a card. So just 2 amazing effects that you can use both of them. And then another pretty good starter card. Very good starter card. 3 Black Metal Dragon. So this is your way of just easily getting to Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Because when you send this, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Red Eyes, which is always going to be Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then he's going to just allow you to special summon a dragon monster from your hand or graveyard for free. Absolutely broken. So yeah, these cards very important. And then kind of for our small little chaos engine, you of course have the white dragon and the black dragon. They're free summons basically, and then when you send him to the graveyard, he'll be able to search a white, and the white will search a black when it's sent to the graveyard. And then we play the one Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So that's easily searchable off of Starliege Cipher if you want to go that route. But it's just another very good card to have. And then new addition I kind of added to this version because this deck is very budget. We're going with the Dragunity engine. So we're not playing any of like the Crystron, Halqifibrax, or obviously not Linkross, but this card is still just a free dragon monster. I usually, well, not usually, I never am synchro summoning with him. You could play, variations of that where you can synchro summon into like a level 6 very easily, but I don't with this version. I'm just using him as just another extender. Just free dragon monster on the field, which is actually very important for this deck. And then we're playing a Omni Dragon Brotor. So he has two really good effects. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can special summon this from the graveyard. And then if this card is special summoned, you can target a face-up monster on the field, discard a card, and then you'll be able to add a monster from your deck to your hand with the same type and attribute. So that's usually going to be a Dark Dragon type. So yeah, he's a very good card to have. And then we're also playing one Amorphage Goliath. So that's obviously a summon that we're going to be doing on our opponent's turn with Hieratic Seal. It just neither player can special summon monsters from the extra deck. Extremely good, high attack. Definitely like him a lot. And then we have room for some hand traps as well, because you have so many extenders that you actually can have room for even hand traps. So we're playing the best hand trap out there, 3 Cypher Gear Gamma, and then you have to play the 1 driver. Extremely good, like I said. Works pretty much against any deck. So that's the monsters. Quite a bit. There's a lot here that just do a lot for you. And then we are playing for the spells. 3 quick launch. It's probably your best opener. It's a quick play. You just special summon a rocket monster from your deck. It cannot attack, and you destroy it during the end phase, but none of that matters because this is just a free monster, a free dark dragon monster, and you can use it more than once per turn. So, broken, crazy, definitely play 3. And we're also playing 3 Chaos Space. It's another just super important card. It allows you to get to, basically anything. Any light or dark monster that cannot be normal summoned. So obviously not anything, but your good ones. So you can get to your, where are they? Your black dragon and your white dragon, which are just, like I said, free summons, and they search each other. So that's your main reason for playing that. But heck, it can also even search your Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So that's your targets for that. But those just get your plays. They extend you so much. So this card is super important, and it's pretty cheap as well. And then we're playing 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon. This allows you to target a level 4 or lower dragon monster in your graveyard and either add it to your hand, but most of the time you're going to be special summoning it. Very good. And then, of course, the Dragunity Divine Lance. That is basically why we play the Dragunity Phalanx. Very good. And then our field spells, Boot Sector Launch, easily searchable off a Striker Dragon, or not easily, but it's searched off a Striker Dragon. It allows you, if you happen to have 2 rocket monsters in your hand, you can special summon them with this card, or if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon rocket monsters with different names from your graveyard to defense position up to the difference. So that's potentially a good comeback card. And then the other field spell we're playing is Dragon Ravine. We have a few cool targets for this card to send that would just help you out. And then the final card is a 1-for-1. You're mostly going to be using that to get to your free summon of your black metal dragon, but you can even use it to summon your Brotar, or I don't know why you would, but to summon Rokket Synchron. But yeah, just a free monster basically. And that is it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Of course, we're going the 2 Striker Dragon. It's a Link 1, just requires a level 4 or lower dragon. And then when it's Link summoned, you'll be able to add a Boot Sector launch. You can also target a face-up monster you control and 1 rocket monster in your graveyard, and you destroy that monster you targeted, and then you can add that monster from your graveyard to your hand. But mostly it's just a free Link summon and the search for that Boot Sector launch. We're playing a quad Boral Dragon. Just requires 2 dragon monsters, one of them being a rocket monster. And then you can discard a card, target a face-up monster on the field. You cannot special summon Link 2 or lower. And then you can destroy the targeted monster. If it was a Link monster, you can then special summon any number of rocket monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard up to its Link rating. So that obviously has a lot of potential to just kind of snowball into some crazy plays. So it's a nice card to have. And then we're playing the 1 Dragoonity Knight Romulus. When this is Link summoned, you'll be able to add your Dragoonity Spell and Trap or Dragon Ravine. So we have obviously Dragon Ravine or the Divine Lance to search. Most of the time you want to search the Divine Lance. Obviously, unless you have it already, then you would get the Dragon Ravine. So 2 really good targets for that. And then we're playing the 1 Dillingerous Dragon. Just requires 2 Dark Dragon monsters. And he has a cool effect where if a rocket monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can then just special summon this card for free. So it's a free Link 2. That's the main reason you're playing that card. Then we play our Guard Dragons. We're playing the LP to just special summon a dragon monster from your deck to a zone that 2 Link monsters point to. Pisty is going to be able to special summon a banished monster or one in your graveyard. So they're both just complement each other really good. And we're playing the 1 Hieratic Seal. This just does so much good for you. If you can make this is one of your goals, is to make this if possible, because it is just amazing interruption on your opponent's turn. And we're playing the 1 Triple Burst just for the zones. It's sometimes nice or needed to have the downward pointing arrow and the left pointing arrow. And then a really cool card that I really like, Darkness Metal. Now this card, you'll be able to target a monster that is banished or in your graveyard and special summon it to a zone this card points to in defense position, but its effects are negated. You won't be able to special summon Link monsters for the rest of the turn, but otherwise, so this is going to be a later summon. Anyway, it's a Link 4. But yeah, just get you a free monster, special summon to one of his 3 zones. Absolutely amazing. And then the other Link 4 that we're playing, Saryuja. Just free draw power, free special summon from hand. Really good. And then a card that sometimes we like to end on, Appaloosa. Usually it's either Appaloosa or your Hieratic Seal are kind of your go-tos. And then for OTKs, Boral Sword is absolutely amazing. And then for our Synchros, because they're actually very easy to make with this deck, Chaos Ruler allows you to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you just simply add a light or dark monster and send the rest to the graveyard. So only good things out of this card. Really good. Because we do play, obviously, so many monsters that you're going to be adding usually a very good card off of him. And then, obviously, the final card is going to be Borreload Savage Dragon. It's your other level 8 Synchro. Super easy to make and negate anything, basically. Really good card. So yeah, that is the deck, guys. It is extremely good. I wouldn't say it's extremely budget, but it's still very budget, especially for how good it is. and the crazy boards you can put up with the Guard Dragon engine. It's an amazing deck. Try it out, guys, definitely. And we'll catch you on the next one.